26-year-old Alex de Minaur, a Demon who ends his year currently number 7, 6th in overall ELO rating, 9th by yearly ELO rating, 55-21 overall in the season, second most wins of any player this year, 12-4 at the majors, tied for the 5th most. 47 of his 55 wins came against opponents ranked outside the top 20. That's the most of anyone in the group, on the tour. That's the word. 7-13 against top 20 opponents. Not great. Tied for the 10th most. Here's the scary number, DK. 1-8. 1-8 against top 10 opponents. That's tied for the 30th most wins amongst top 50 players. He did win a title in D.C., 12 quarterfinals in 21 events, tied for the 4th most. Beat Zverev at Laver Cup, but that's really the only signature victory I could come up with for Demon this season. Career high hold percentage, and welcome to the top 15 club. Welcome to the top 25 club for the first time. Finished 14th in hold percentage. He's the only player, DK, each of the last 4 seasons, his first serve percentage has gone down, while his first serve win percentage has risen. And you see it very evidently in him just playing bigger on that first serve, playing bigger first strike tennis behind that to try and make life easier for himself so he doesn't have to always double down on his speed. Second tour finals, second consecutive DK. We're on video so the people can see you getting mad.
Oh, God.
All right. Here's the question that I want to frame for you. And I promise we'll be efficient the rest of the way. What did you think the ceiling was for Alex de Minaur when he first burst onto the scene 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was? Because my argument for this year being an A- is that...
Oh, shut up.
No. Here's my argument, is that wasn't this always the best case scenario for Alex Demon? To hold Demon to the standard of he was going to be a top 5 player in the world? I just don't know if that was ever going to be him. He is a 6 through 10 sort of guy that he is the litmus test player to get into these tour finals. If you have weapons that are big enough and you can be consistent enough with them to beat Demon, you belong amongst the elite group. If you good luck trying again when you get a little better. And so this is to me the best version of Alex de Minaur, a guy who has maximized every ounce of himself. I'm not going to hold it against him in the grade of his season that his ceiling isn't as high as others. Meeting your ceiling should matter. We should value the maximizers. And he's a maximizer. And so thus I give him an A-. What say you?
I've been holding in a yawn because that was going to be the answer to the question, what do you make of Alex de Minaur's season? But you did remind me I'm on camera, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that.
No, I like that. That's pretty good.
You've been bringing that up for a long time about, him, breaking the ceiling perhaps to being a top 8 player, to which I had always said, who cares? If he's 8 or 12, does it matter? No, good for him. He's a nice guy. He seems like a really great guy. I love talking to him. I love him as a puppet. I think he's really fun.
As a puppet.
And listen, great use of your Alex de Minaur. Make him a puppet and have him talk with his puppet. Great job, ATP. Love it. It does, this is the Rublev spot. This is the Rublev spot, and should it be Rublev over de Minaur? Ultimately, Rublev did not have more potential to break the ceiling than de Minaur did, but that's more of an indictment on Rublev, quite frankly, than it is on de Minaur.
Neither's made a semi.
There is, he didn't make another Masters final. He didn't make another Grand Slam. He didn't make a Grand Slam semifinal. He did worse, at the Slams overall than he did last year. I think, again, but it's is bare minimum for him making the ATP finals at this point? I guess it's, I guess that's still more impressive than Zverev doing it. So I think I would probably give him a B-, but
you're
I
just
can't
wrong.
give him an A-. He has no signature wins. He has no signature slam
He's
results.
Zverev at Laver Cup.
Who cares? Who cares? I don't think de Minaur cares. I don't think if you asked de Minaur today, your best moment of the season, he would be like, oh, when I beat Zverev at Laver Cup. It's who cares?
Here's the fundamental crux. And we talked about this when talking about the field at the very start of this show 2 days ago when I forced you to join this podcast with me. The field didn't play each other ever this season because they were all too busy losing. round of 32, round of 16 of these Masters 1000s. The only guarantee in life on the ATP Tour this season was if Sinner and Alcaraz were both in the event, they're probably meeting in the final. Outside of that, you didn't know who your final 8 were going to be. We flirted with the Fee-Cerundolo phase. We had Musetti get hot, obviously, on the clay. Fritz owns the grass court season. Felix gets hot here at the end of the year. Bublik having his moment in the sun. Like, these guys just didn't go head-to-head that often. And so through that, the standard I have to hold them here in 2025 is like, well, who did the job? Who beat who they were supposed to beat? And no one beat who they were supposed to beat more than Alex de Minaur this season, who went 47-8 against that sort of competition. You're right. It is absolutely ratcheting up his grade as a result of how it's an indictment on the rest of the field.
Yeah, but again, like Zverev, I don't give him credit for being, again, those players to be not as consistent, and for him to, but that's more of an indictment against this season because, again, there were fewer of those guys floating around for him to make it deeper at these tournaments. And he, again, did not do it. And again, great guy. If I had to pick, I'm not mad that it's him because he's a nice guy, but it's just like, it's like those figure skating, analyses over the years would be like, well, I love her outfit. Like, she seems really sweet off the ice. Like, yeah.
But this is a guy who, when I used to reference him as top 8, you would laugh at me. Like, this was a fundamental
but even then I was like, but it's still, if he's top 8 or if he's top 12, like, it just, the difference for me.
But the money, he made the tour finals.
Yeah, and listen, I'll tell you this, I am looking forward to, a next chapter. Like, what will de Minaur be like after tennis? Will he be a Davis Cup captain? Will he be, a on-court analyst? Like, I think he's got many Laver Cup captain. They'll have like a big mural of his win over Zverev on the court by the car or whatever, the trophy. Like, I feel like, remember that time? Yeah, they'll do like a biblical reinterpretation of it. Listen, so I welcome that. I welcome de Minaur 2.0. Like, I look forward to the de Minaur Bolter wedding. Like, there's a lot of de Minaur content that I welcome that is not watching him compete in Turin, because I just don't think that he has it. I mean, if Taylor Fritz does not make it to the semifinals, then that's not great for Taylor. It's not great for your prediction that he's the closest, competition to Sincaraz. So, like I said, I'm not mad that he's here, but I also feel like he's here. It's like, to what end? To quote Maya Rudolph on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, to what end? Like, it's just, that's where I'm at.
1-8 against the top 10 is not great. Alex de Minaur has maximized.
He conceded.
No, this is the best version of Alex de Minaur. And again, I never thought that guy was going to be number 1 in the world, but that he has become the 6, 7, 8 that flirts with the best in the world and beats everyone else. That player is not insignificant in today's ecosystem where we do have as much parity and chaos as we do. So, fair enough. We can agree to disagree again. I'm going to hold with I have an A-, B+ range, but I'm going to double down on A- just because I'm angry. And I feel defensive. But all right, that's the Demon look at the 2025 season. Let's go next to Felix Auger-Aliassime.